I came here to Russia quite a long time ago, but now I am on my first course of master's degree at HSE, and it's a pleasure to meet you. Could you tell us a little bit more about you? I mean, you, Irina, and Erjan.
Yes, and what program do you study?
What faculty or what program?
Yes.
Economic faculty.
Okay, yeah. My name is Irina. I'm from Russia.
Okay.
Okay. I started my master program in strategic corporate finance at the Higher School of Economics in 2018. And then I participated in the double degree program between HSE and Humboldt University to Berlin, starting from 2019. And this year I graduated both universities and have 2 diplomas.
Okay, awesome. And what about you, Erjana?
Yeah, hi, I'm Erjana. So I did my bachelor's at HSE Economics, and then I did my master's also at HSE, and then I participated in the double degree program with Lancaster University. So I have now, at this moment, I have 2 master degrees. One is in applied economics, and another is Master of Science in Money, Banking and Finance from Lancaster University.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so yeah, you told us a little bit about your background. I wanted to ask Irina also about what did she study in her bachelor? I mean, what is her background?
Yes, my background is a little unconventional. I studied fundamental linguistics and computational linguistics at Higher School of Economics. Studied there 2 years. Then I changed for economics, also at HSE, and got my bachelor degree there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Ira and we had minor together at some point.
Yes, yeah. I remember your name.
Yeah, I remember you too. I think it was like either international relations or history, something. I had 2 minors.
History.
Yeah, history. Yeah, great.
I already wanted to ask you, like, wow, how was it like to change from linguistics to a master's degree in economics? But since you changed in the bachelor, so okay, great. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, why did you choose to study the dual degree program in general? I mean, how did you choose for Erjana Lancaster, and how did you choose Irina Humboldt?
Yeah, thank you.
When you were wait, give me a sec. When you were at the master's degree program, what motivated you to say, hey, I want to go to another country and study the double degree program?
I think for me personally, like studying abroad was a dream, like from, I don't know, 2nd year of bachelor's. So I didn't have like a lot of opportunity to do it in my bachelor's. And then I knew that HSE had these double degree programs with other universities. And that was like one of the main reasons that I applied for master's at HSE. So yeah, and then firstly, I applied to Sorbonne University in Paris. And I also got the offer, but then in February, Oksana told me that there is also an opportunity to apply to Lancaster, and I always loved English, and I wanted to study either in UK or in the US. So I was like, okay, I have to do it. And it was like I had a really tight deadline, so I had to like pass my IELTS, I don't know, like in a week, but it was okay. So definitely it was a big dream of mine, and I knew that I would do some kind of international study in my master's anyway, like double degree or just going for one semester, something like this.
Okay, so in order to apply, you had to show your grades from first semester, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And Irina?
Yeah. So the opportunity of studying the second year on master program at HSE was making me sad, and I just wanted to go away.
Okay.
And the possibility to get 2 diplomas seemed as an advantage to me. So, and why Germany? I also had this menu, so to say, from France, Luxembourg, Netherlands, and Germany. And I've already knew a little German from my linguistics studies at bachelor at HSE, and Germany, in comparison with these other countries, are not so expensive. So
okay, I got it. Okay, so next question. Did you get any funding from the host university or any other funding to assist you with the tuition fees?
No.
Or with the living expenses? Okay, you didn't. And Arjana?
Yeah, I did get some funding. Like there were huge discounts for HSE students, and I also got like department scholarships and Erasmus scholarships. So it was quite good.
Okay, thank you. And
yes, maybe a little tip for people. If you're planning a double degree program, you should probably care about it in advance and pass certificates and then apply for DAAD, for example, in Germany. But in my case, the decision was spontaneous. I decided to participate in September. Then I had like 6 months or 7 months to pass for certificates, IELTS and GRE. And then there was deadline at Humboldt for application in March. So I did it fast. I had no opportunity to apply for that, no time. So I had to go on my own expense.
Okay, got it. And I wanted to ask you about the GRE. Does the Humboldt University require a specific point, like a specific mark, or it's just like what's the expected grade that you have to have in the GRE in order to be regarded as a possible candidate?
Yes, the decision process is black box, but you can see the statistics from previous years. They look at the mathematical part mainly, and they don't take into account this part for writing and vocabulary.
Yeah,
and
the verbal reasoning, I guess.
And the mathematical part is around, it's not very high, I would say, 164, 65, and I had a little less. I had 161, but this was enough.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so since, if you can tell us a little bit about the living expenses in Germany, since you had to pay by yourself, maybe you are a little bit more orientated than Erjana.
Yes.
How more expensive is it, or how much cheaper?
So there is a formal orientation. They require a blocked account for a year, and their monthly expense should be 850 euros per month. Yes, before applying the visa, you should show that you have finances for a year and put it on blocked account, for example, in Fintiba Bank.
Okay.
This is possible, but this is also personal, and I think I've spent per month a little more. So the rents have become quite high during recent years, and for example, it's about 400, 500 per month for a room. The guests or youth hostel costs less, but there is a long queue for it.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, the food is quite cheap. It's about 150 per month, and and then of course insurance. This is around also 100 per month, so you can calculate.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so now for both of you again, did you work during your studies?
No.
None of you? Okay. Was it, okay, this may then lead us to the next question. Okay, was it because it was hard to find a job or because it was too difficult to work and study at the same time?
Yes, for me, I didn't want to combine studying and working into it.
Okay. What about Jenna?
I think firstly, like my university was located like literally in the middle of English countryside. So the largest city was Manchester, and it was like 2 hours away on the train. And then the Lancaster is just a small city around, I think like around 150,000 people. So there were not like a lot of opportunities there. And yeah, we just focused on studying and just exploring university life. Yeah.
Okay. And are you aware, maybe you know, if I guess you were on a student visas, were you allowed even to study, or you didn't even know about it?
I think on my visa in UK, students are allowed to work up to 20 hours per week.
What about Germany?
Yes, like only part-time jobs.
Okay.
Yes, it's the same for foreign students. It's not allowed to work full-time more than half a year, 120 working days. And half-time, it's also not allowed to work more than 240 days. And
okay.
I think it's a year.
Okay, great. Thank you. What can you tell us about the main difference in studying at HSE and studying in the host uni? So Irina, what's in Humboldt and Rana in Lancaster?
Yeah, I can start. So in HSE, there is a lot of attention is paid to group projects, and the grade you can do some homeworks during the semester and to ensure some minimal grade for yourself till the exam. And at Humboldt, you study only for yourself, no group works, no assessed homeworks during the semester. So you study on your own. This is your responsibility, and then you just go to the exam at the end of semester, and it's whether you pass or not.
Okay.
No, I mean, what grade you get to the exam, this is your grade for the subject.
Okay.
Wow.
So there are no other options to pass the subject, right? Just the exam.
Yes, exam, and I like it.
Okay, great. Were they very difficult, like compared to the HSC? I mean,
no. For me, it was probably even easier because the only thing you have to do to pass the exam is to study, to participate in seminars, to listen to lectures, to learn it, probably by heart, and then you can pass.
Okay, so
no,
the exam.
No other tricks.
Okay, yeah, that's very interesting. That like if the exam is like based on the topics that you were covered,
yes,
or it was like more similar to to the exercises that you had on seminars, on lectures. Okay, what about
Yes, exactly.
For me, I think because my program at HSE was just applied economics, and at Lancaster was like combination of economic and finance. I had more group projects because like finance assignments are like almost always done in groups. Like you have to evaluate the company or something like this. Also, I think I had less classes and I had to work like more on my own in the library. And also like the timing, the duration of like one class was a bit different. So for example, if in HSE we have like 1 hour and 20 minutes class, in Lancaster we'd have like 2 hour slot for one class, and then we would have like 10 minutes break after first 50 minutes, and then like when it was like 1 hour and 50 minutes, then we would just go to the next class. In terms of difficulty, I don't know. I think it was a bit easier for me just because I was like studying really hard and working on my marks to apply, and then I just had like a good foundation for everything. And yeah, I think it was like really yeah, it wasn't that difficult, but sometimes I'd still had to like challenge myself. I think mostly in finance projects. Yeah, I think economics was like quite easy because I have done a lot of economics in bachelor's and masters, and finance part was a bit harder.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Like, did any catch you by surprise? Like, not by surprise, of course, but because you were like getting ready for it. But how was it since you were on applied economics and then you went to finances? I mean, it was a lot more difficult. I mean, or of course the economics foundations should help in the understanding of finances, but maybe you can tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, a little bit. I think also because we had an opportunity to take some finance courses in bachelor's in HSE. So I've done like foundations of finance. And also I just want to say like the main, not like difference, but like it's quite a good strategy in my opinion to do like bachelor's in Russia, because it gives you like a good technical foundation. You understand basics really well, and then if you do masters, like for example in UK or in Europe or in the US, they give you like more soft skills and like group work projects. And most of the times I would feel like I'm working more on my soft skills, like presentation and other stuff, other than like just working with numbers or formula.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now a question for both of you. Since you Erjana, started talking about the subjects that you took before going there, could you both tell us about what specific subjects helped you? I mean, taking in HSC that you took in HSC helped you in studying the second year there. I mean, for example, you Arjana, that went to study banking. What subject did you take in order to be ready for that?
I think definitely we had econometrics in Lancaster, and my base in econometrics in HSE definitely helped. And also if we had, so in HSE we had macro and micro, just like overall, general overview of the subject. And in Lancaster we had like macroeconomics and microeconomics of money and banking and finance, just macro, but more like finance side of it or something like that. So definitely like all basic subjects like macro, micro, econometrics, statistics definitely helped.
Okay, thank you. What about Irina?
Yeah, I agree with Irina that studying at bachelor at HSE provides you with technical skills that make your life easier at the master, for example, not in Russia. Yeah, I know. I've had finance here at HSE and continued finance at Humboldt. And there were a lot of overlappings.
Yeah.
And often I just had to revise the information to deepen some knowledge in some topic. But I don't think that I've studied something.
But you had finances
you
had finances during the bachelor's or on the first year of the master's degree?
Okay, my major was finance and credit at bachelor.
Okay.
So this was the fourth year of studying. And my program at master is strategic corporate finance. So the subjects were also in finance.
Okay.
Yes, but econometrics definitely helps. I also agree with this.
Always helps.
And this basic stuff, basic theoretical stuff in micro and macro.
Yeah,
they also help.
Also, yeah, I wanted to add that the things that helped also like quite there were technical skills like coding on some software, like if we used R or Stata or Python or something. Yeah, like a lot of my classmates from other countries, they didn't have they have never worked on Stata or on R, and they had to like learn the basics, and we already had it in HSE.
Okay, yes, that's very helpful.
Yeah, I agree. So usually Russian students do have these more developed technical skills or skills in mathematics in comparison with students from other countries.
And I think like on my master's, we were like, I personally was learning more about like how things work, like in general, like what is, I don't know, like just general things, how financial system works, how banking works, and not a lot of like technical things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very, very cool. How was it for you both to study during the pandemic? How did you study? How
Irina, do you want to start?
Yes, I think I had luck to try the first semester in presence and to try the second semester virtually. So I have experience in both. Yes, I had to organize my day by myself to devote time to lecture seminars, to self-studying, to sport, to enough sleeping. So when you do it in presence, your day is pre-organized in some way. You know to what time you should go to university, when a fitness studio opens or closes, and when you sit at home, you have to do it yourself, have a lot of self-discipline as to do it.
Very important, that part, yes. Yeah. What about Arjuna?
So my program started in October 2019, and yeah, it was like really good during like normal times. It was amazing. Like I'd spent most of my time in the library, and I wouldn't like spend much time in my room, I guess. And we also had like lots of trips and stuff. And then when the pandemic started, I remember this day we were on a class, and then on March 15, there was an email like to everyone in the university that the lockdown was starting from the next week. But I consider myself super lucky because it was already like we had 3 terms, and then 2 terms were just focused on like normal classes, and then the third term was dissertation. So basically when the lockdown started, I've already done like all of my classes, and I just had to take exams online, which is like super easy. You're just in your room and like you can open all of your notes and just solve whatever it's on the exam and just submit it on time. Yeah, and then so I didn't have a lot of like online classes. I think maybe just 1 week, and it wasn't like like pure online. I guess I just saw like recorded lectures, and then and only like online exams. But then when the dissertation started, it was like quite hard to concentrate on the work because like I didn't see my advisors in person. So you know, like I wasn't that. I don't know, like nervous enough to start it like super early or something. Yeah, but in general, like I think spending lockdown in Lancaster like was one of the highlights of my year because lots of my flatmates have stayed, and we were 6 people in the flat, and I wasn't lonely, and we had like countryside forests, and we would walk every day outside, and like the shop on campus was also open, and the weather was amazing. In England it was like sunny every day in lockdown. Yeah, so I think it was like quite good.
That's awesome.
Sounds nice.
Yes. So yeah, you always talk a little bit about the next question. That's awesome. So how exactly was the defense arranged abroad and in HSE? How could you both please tell us a little bit more about that process of defending your thesis in Humboldt and Lancaster and in HSE?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. I'm happy that in Humboldt there is no defense. You just register for your thesis, then you have 3 months to write it, and then you send it per post. Do I say it correctly?
Proposal?
No, per post. You send it. You send
by
a letter
by the mail.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's it. And at HSE it was also online in Zoom. So yeah,
Okay.
I think it's easier than in presence because they can only see your face and know your trembling legs, for example, or something like that.
You feel more relaxed, yes, at
Yeah.
home. Yes. Okay, Arjuna, how was it for you?
So in Lancaster, we just had to choose our supervisors and topic online, and then just we had like meetings every 2 weeks, also like in Microsoft Teams, and then I just submitted into the Lancaster like system website. I submitted my dissertation, I think on September 8th. And yeah, there was no defense. You just write whatever you can and just submit it. And then yeah, the only like drawback was like I think in general like the marks would take so long to they would like take so long to check everything because like for example in HSE I think like only your professor checks your work, and then or like 2 other professors check your work and then they just give you a mark. But in Lancaster I think the marks are firstly given by professor and then like by some third party, and then they are checked by some committee or something. Yeah, so like the process of delivering marks was a lot slower than in HSE, but it's fine. Yeah, and in HSE I had defense. It was on Zoom, and because so I was like last one in a like list of presenting people, because like my my surname starts with like almost like last letter of Russian alphabet. And firstly I was like super nervous. It started at 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. and I had everything prepared, and I also had corona during my during my defense, and I was like I was having a bit of like high temperature, but it was fine. And I was like prepared. I had everything. And then like one person started defending and then the other. And by the time like third or fourth person were defending, I was just trying to get some sleep for 20 minutes because, you know, like your mic and your video is are turned off. And
Yes.
yeah, you're not like doing anything. And yeah, I tried to listen to some of them, but of course like you are so nervous about your own work and you don't have like ability to listen and to think about other people's work. Yeah, but it was fine. And then I was the last one in the list of defending, so I defended, and 15 minutes later I knew my mark, and it was amazing.
Okay, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
very nice. Okay, so can you please tell us, both of you, please, about your future plans? What do you plan on doing after graduating from these two universities?
Maybe this time you start, Irena.
So for me, firstly, I've tried to look for jobs in UK, and but like because I didn't have much experience, or you know, like for company it takes a lot of money to sponsor some person's visa. Yeah, so it wasn't like quite successful, but I'm still trying. And like before Christmas, I was applying like only abroad, and then like, you know, like the New Year holidays ended in Russia, and I just started applying here. And but I think like I would definitely want to experience living and working in UK or like another English speaking country.
Okay.
And where are you now?
I'm in Moscow. And you?
In Berlin.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so my plan is to finish my half-year internship here.
Oh, that's
Okay, so
great.
you already found an internship. That's awesome. I wanted to ask about because I'm aware that in Germany, uh, they give you, like, if you finish the university in Germany, they give you like some time to look for job, like a visa to look for job. Is that
That's
correct?
right. Arbeitssuche Platzvisum.
Oh yeah,
That's
sure.
how it's called. Yes, that's right. If you finish university in Germany, you have the right to apply for a visa. It lasts 18 months
Oh,
to find a job
so they give you
in Berlin.
18 months to a visa for 18 months to look for a job, right?
Yes, but you should work in the sphere that you created. For example, my major is finance, so I should find work connected with finance or economics. I can't go now to IT or, I don't know, to biology.
Okay, I get it. Oh, I wanted to ask, before you both, I mean, went there, how was your English level and German level? I mean, of course, maybe your English level had to be high in order to study in English, but I think it's a question more for Irina, since you studied in English,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think my English.
No, about your English, but I wanted to ask about your German.
It improved, I think, dramatically from A2 to C1.
Wow.
During, yeah.
Great.
So you had to take, were you able to take courses in German while you were studying in the second year?
Yes, of course. In Humboldt, it's all quite, let's name it, not expensive.
Okay.
For example, for a German course during semester, which lasts approximately 4 months, you pay 40 euros.
Okay, wow.
And it takes place once a week during 3 hours. This is two, how to say it, 2 lectures, 2 Doppelstunden.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
German about,
it's something like 2 lectures.
Okay, got it.
Yes, but in the pandemic, it's difficult to practice your language. because you sit at home and there is nobody with whom you can speak neither English nor German. So now it has become more difficult.
Okay, and your internship is in German or in English? I mean, your job is...
We speak in English.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay.
Yes, Berlin is a city of startups, and in startups there are many young people who come here also, and they speak predominantly English.
Okay, awesome.
Yes, and in big cities they usually there is no problem with English.
Okay. And so, what about the UK? The UK doesn't. I mean, I'm talking to Jenna. They don't give you like this possibility to look for a job after you finish there.
The UK, they have started giving this opportunity. I think like now, starting from the year after me,
Okay.
they have students finishing university. They have, I think, like 2 years to just work or like look for work, something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
I have 2 years. Yeah.
And have you applied for this visa?
No, it just comes from the student visa.
Ah, that's cool.
If I would go to study in the UK like this year, not last year, I would have the opportunity to stay 2 years after, I think, as far as I know.
That is new rule. And what applies to you?
For me, it was just student visa, and like it ended recently in January. Yeah, but it doesn't give you the opportunity to work like more than 20 hours per week.
But are you able to apply for a visa now, for example?
In order to apply for work visa, you have to have like sponsorship from your employer. So a company should pay like some fee for you to enter or something like that. Yeah. And they have already started a new system. I think, as I remember, it's something like talent skill visa, something like this. And it's already like a new system with like cumulative so it's just cumulative points for something. If you have like degree, you have 10 points. If you know English, you have like 2 points, and then it adds up. And like, of course, people who go to work for middle or senior positions, they would have like higher points, and then they have like higher probability to enter. Yeah.
Maybe you can graduate to the second master and then have 2 years.
Yeah, actually, like my advisor from HSE. So I had my dissertation. I had my first year master's thesis with my advisor from HSE, and then when I moved to Lancaster, he moved to London, and now he's like. He teaches in the university in London, and actually like we were both in UK, and that was like quite interesting, like to have your supervisor from HSE also in UK, but we didn't see each other obviously because pandemic.
And do you have any opportunity, any of you, you, Jenna and Irina, to go to a PhD? Or you don't like regard this option? You're done with the studying. Okay.
I think there's a possibility, but for me, no way.
Okay.
No more work.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, I think at this point, like I don't want to study anymore. I just want to work. But in future, maybe, who knows?
Okay. I think that would be it. Thank you very much for
Thank you so much.
all the information that you have shared with us.
Yeah, probably somebody finds it helpful.
Yeah. I hope.